Hi everybody. Thanks so much for coming back and watching this video. I know it's been some time since I've uploaded, and it's really just a product of not realizing how time consuming editing and cutting a video and putting commentary over it can be, in conjunction with the fact that drawing takes a while too. So it's all a learning process, and I'm having a great time figuring it out. And again, thanks for watching it, or at least watching about 30 seconds of it. I do appreciate it, and these are very fun to make. Like I said, when I first commentated, I think I said it, or maybe I was just thinking it to myself. I really want to use this as a vehicle, A, to share my art and my work process, but also to reflect on what I'm drawing and how I'm doing it. Self-critiquing is a very important step, and I do want to be sure that I'm exercising that step as much as possible. So the subject today is a dog in my family named Ursula. I was drawing from a reference photo, and I learned a lot of things about dog structure. I don't know. No, not weird way to say that, but the shape of a dog's head and its ears and how its eyes sit in its head, it's all strange to me, particularly when the subject is looking right at the camera. It's the same with human faces. I mean, I always take for granted that you can see people's nostrils when you look directly at their face. Their nose tilts up, and a dog muzzle, the way it comes out of their head is bizarre. I mean, try drawing a dog muzzle and having it be in proportion and in perspective. It's impossible. And with that being said, the end result, I am pleased with it. I like how the drawing came out, but I'm not super interested in the idea of drawing another dog for some time. You can see that I erased the ears here and the side of the face and redo it a lot, and I spent a lot of time on the ears, more than you might suspect, and I learned that dog ears are, like its face, very weird. There's a lot of skin in a dog ear. It's a very thin, flappy piece, and I just don't understand it. I don't want to harp on how weird dogs are, but it's really something that I have taken for granted, because you see a dog and you think, man, that's, of course, dog right there, my friend. But then you stare at one for, this took about an hour, just constantly staring at this photo, and the subject of the photo is staring back at me. It was an out-of-body experience, and dogs have weird heads. The biggest challenge of this drawing, apart from getting the muzzle right, was definitely its eyes. I don't know how to draw reflective eyes, whether it be a human or an animal or whatever. The eyes do end up looking a little glassy, a little beady, like some sort of stuffed animal. So it's something I'd like to continue to focus on in the future. I guess if I'm going to be picking my favorite, here's me trying to draw in like anime style eye sheens, which just make it look weird. Also, watching the video, its eyebrows look off kilter. I will grant that. But this particular dog had off kilter eyebrows. They were uneven on its face. So that is accurate, and I am pleased with that. The nose does kind of look like a pig nose up until I get the shading in. And again, that's, if I'm going to pat myself on the back, I'm pleased with how the nose came out. Drawing things from reference, particularly things that everybody... This drawing was a gift. So when I gifted this to the person, my only thought was, the dog's owner, my brother, knows this dog so well. My sister-in-law knows this dog so well, and now this drawing is just sitting in their house, and I mean, it doesn't look like the dog. It looks kind of like the dog, but to know something so well, such as your own pet, or if you're doing a portrait of a family member, like you know the ins and outs of that person's face. I mean, what? They're just gonna say this looks like the pooch, and be like, "Oh, thanks." Well, yeah, but it does not. Though I am still pleased with it. This is getting off the rails. I feel like I'm losing my mind just breaking down how weird dogs are, and I think it's a concept everyone can be familiar with. When you're trying to commit something from your mind and you have the perfect image in your mind, or you're looking at a photo of a loved one or some famous person, and you're trying to make a portrait, and your hand is just not doing what your mind is communicating to it. It's a weird sensation and it is frustrating, but it's particularly pervasive for me as I watch this video and commentate over it. This part of the drawing was both the slowest and also what I'm most pleased with. The dog is black and brown. It's got brown flecks on it. And I'm trying very hard to learn the concept and get better with local value, which, as I understand it, is this dog has all this black fur, but some of it is in shadow and some of it is hit by sunlight. So while it's all the same color, and I can only draw with one color, I have a black pen, how do I convey that one side of the dog's face, while still black, is lit, and the other, while also black fur, is in shadow? I don't know if I really accomplished that, but even if I did or did not, I'm happy with what it looked like. It was also an exercise in patience. This is sped up 400 times the normal speed, and putting in all these little dashes and all these layers of hatching. I gave myself some kudos for going slow and taking it easy. Now, one more criticism. I said the most annoying thing was its muzzle and its ear, but actually, in trying to add value to its neck, I made it look like it's dropping something out of its lips just on the bottom right of its mouth there, or left if you're looking at the screen, but it's the right side of the dog's head. Looks like it's chewing on something, but it's not. That's just fur on its neck in local value. Different thing not related to the drawing, but to how I captured it, is that I gave up the use of the webcam I was using. I don't know what I need to do, but that webcam, it always feels blurry. What I film on, I try to film in 1080p, and the computer I was using just wasn't up to snuff, I guess. It kept telling me frames were dropped, which you can't really tell in 400 speed, but it still bugged me. So I switched to using my phone. I just propped it up on top of the webcam and shot down. I feel like, I don't know, I like the way it looks a little more. I also brought in a second lamp. It's not present in here, but trying to mitigate shadows and get rid of any weird backlighting with a second lamp. So I'm excited to see how those new videos come out, and I think they're going to be nicer. The audio will stay the same though, because I'm not getting a new headset or anything. Now, we are nearing the end, and I don't know if this is a crutch or just something that I've found I like, but this second outline, I mean, it really just makes it pop, in my opinion. Having that darker outline, it makes it a bit more cartoony, but I mean, it's not photorealistic to start with, so putting that dark outline on, I'm very pleased with. I did try something a bit more experimental near the end, which you will see in just a few brief moments. Getting rid of the eraser shavings. Gotta do that. So, I felt it was very plain here, and was pleased with the drawing itself, but the surrounding stuff just didn't do it for me. All the space, I didn't center it well. My composition needs work. So I'm drawing up a border, and that was just to figure out where I could cut the paper shorter to fix my composition after the fact, which, sue me. I'm gonna do what I want to make it look nicer. So I cut up the drawing to match my needs, and after that I brought out one of my brush pens with gray ink in it. Now I don't know if I've abused the hell out of this brush pen or what, but when I squeeze this thing to get ink and some solution in the reservoir, I am just squeezing droplets out of the seam. I mean, I thought I knew how it worked, but apparently just cranking on it doesn't match. Here's me I'm just did a quick test there on that scrap paper to see how it applied. Oh, cat attack. To see how it applied to the paper, because I didn't want to go in blind. I've never used this thing on this paper before. And I was trying to get some smooth gradation out from the drawing to the edge. I did not succeed, but I do think it was still a win. I think it was the right thing to do. Add some depth, make it a bit more dynamic than a frowning pooch on a white field, So I'd do it again, but maybe just a little more measured, take a little more time with it, because at this point I was rushing. Like I said, it was a gift, and I kind of decided to do this last minute because I didn't have any actual present to give. So, not bad. Oh, yeah, this is where things really get off the rails. You see on the bottom left there. Oh, God, I hate that. I squeeze it out of the seams. So this thing in my right hand is just a water pen. It's got no ink in it. And I was just trying to dilute, spread around, get different depths or whatever, but it really didn't work out all that great. Not bad, though. Not bad. I'd do it again. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'm excited for more videos in the future, and please feel free to let me know your thoughts. I'm always happy to hear thoughts.